Okay, what's up, guys? We're back. The Cookout, episode 15. We got Eris and Adam as always. Looks like Eris is handling some business on the phone, but first shout out of the day, we got Big Guard Adam in the building. You know, those not watching live. You know, those not watching live, man, you're missing out on, maybe a show if that's what you call it. You got to cut off sleeveless shirt today. Showed off the guns. It's still a little guard though, can't guard, but What up, Eris?
Hey, yo.
What's up, man? I thought you had a turtleneck on with a chain. I was like, damn. Bone thugs.
Go outside. I'm going to tell you right now, you know what I'm saying? That's a go-to look for your boy Sauce, man.
Okay.
I'll do that in a minute. I'll do a tux with a chain in a minute. But no, this is just a shitty.
Okay.
Little shirt hoodie.
Adam's still rocking University of Houston for whatever reason.
Well, once both of his teams loses, he's right back.
So I didn't even get the chance to wear my teams for more than one show.
So you didn't make it the first weekend, so I don't even want to hear it.
That's true, man. A lot to cover today. We got our Unsung Heroes of the week. We got USA, men's team, not terrible. Trying to catch up to the women. We have our final four picks. And then, did I mention Will Smith smacking the hell out of Chris Rock?
What is that about?
If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Music, or iHeartRadio, I apologize. I'm a little under the weather. I think it's just a fever. I'm kind of hot right now. My forehead's kind of hot. I don't think I have COVID. I've dodged it.
You got that 19 and 22?
Huh? No, I don't think so.
You got the 19 and 22?
I mean, like him having passed COVID for 2-3 years, so I can't get it now. So I'm trying to keep my coughs to a minimum, but yeah,
you got
that. We'll see. But yeah, what do we start with? Do we start with Will Smith? Like, do we start with the Final Four?
You gotta start with Will. I mean, that's the hot topic, right?
Okay, so those living under a rock, the Oscars were last night. I don't know if you guys watch the Oscars. It's not an award show that I really pay that much attention to personally, but I didn't know it was on. But then I opened Twitter and I see all these memes of Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. And I'm like, I should probably look into this and see what's going on here. So apparently Chris Rock was hosting the Oscars. He made a joke about Jada's medical condition. I forgot what it's
alopecia.
What she has. Huh?
Alopecia.
Yeah, so where it's like she can't grow hair. So she made like a G.I. Jane joke, and Will Smith, he laughed in the beginning. That's why I thought it was cool. Jada didn't like it. They didn't like it. So then Will had to get up. He walked up there, had a little Kanye Taylor Swift moment, and just smacked the hell out of Chris Rock and walked off.
Did any of y'all see that live by any chance?
I did not.
So from what I gathered about it, am I breaking up? Am I good?
No, you sound great.
Awesome. So for what I gathered about it, it seemed like it was like a coming back from commercial moment, but like it didn't air in the United States. I think it was like one of those coming back from commercial moments that like I saw it like it happened on like Japanese TV or something. But then like obviously it was caught in like B-roll. So I don't think it like happened live. I don't think.
Okay, so they just cut that out.
Yeah, I don't think it. Right, I don't think it happened live on TV. Like I don't think it was caught on United States television. The first clip I saw of it was like I said, it was like some B-roll stuff, and then like it kind of like caught the tail end of like them coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like that was at like the very beginning of them coming back from break.
Obviously, you have tape delay for things like this. Like it's live. It ain't really live.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Shout out Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
You gotta shout out to Janet Jackson.
What were we like 13, 14? I was like, they saw a nipple. Super Bowl. 13, 14. Damn, it's on the quick nip.
Okay. I think it's there, huh?
I don't know. My dad's watching, but he's like, "That's Janet."
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Hey man, that's Esther Janet. We saw her nipple. That's crazy. So do we think it was real or staged?
I think it was real.
Bro, I've watched it a billion times. I couldn't tell you. I have no clue. I don't even know what to think. You know, I'm back and forth on it a billion times. I'm back to it being staged, honestly.
Okay. Let me look up first where Chris Rock is from.
Why do you think it's staged?
Yeah.
It just like all the everything kind of that's other than the slap kind of like leads me to believe it's staged. So both of those guys are actors, so they're probably pretty decent at figuring it out. And then the fact that he laughed about the joke originally. Now, granted, you know, people can change their mind, but he laughed about the joke originally. Then you see it happen, and then like as he's walking off, like after the slap, he has like a little smirk. You know, just saying like a little smirk, a little laugh. Kind of one of those things that, like, you know, when you're acting and something's funny, you just can't help but break character kind of deal. And then it just kind of seemed unreal after that. Like it didn't seem like I don't know. It didn't seem real after, like, when he was sitting down and he was, you know, cursing at him and stuff. It just all didn't seem very, you know, it seemed like he was trying to hold back a different emotion, I guess.
I think a couple things. I looked up where Chris Rock is from. He is born in
Bed-Stuy.
He's born in Andrews, South Carolina.
Oh, shit.
So, from my eyes, looking at some pictures of Andrews, South Carolina, I am sending Chris Rock right back. Right back if I had to. Couple things. One, Will Smith laughs, right? And then you looked at Jada. Jada was a little pissed. So it's like the man in me and us, like, we got to defend our woman, right? I don't know if you do that right then and there. You know what I mean? Kind of laugh it off as comedian to comedian. You know what I mean? You kind of laugh it off. But I probably, you know, tap my girl on the thigh and be like, I'll handle it later. You know what I mean? But the other thing is when you get slapped and you don't know it's first of all, being slapped is the most disrespectful thing you can do. People are saying like Will Smith punched him. No, he slapped him, and that's worse. Yeah. That's worse.
For sure.
Where we're all from, being slapped way more disrespectful. No one says I'm gonna punch the shit out you. It's I'm gonna slap the shit out you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now, if you are gonna get slapped and you don't know it's coming, you're probably gonna stumble a little bit because you're caught off guard, right? And Chris Rock, he is not a big guy. He's like 165 pounds. You know, any of us hit him. Will Smith is kind of a big dude. He works out. You know what I mean? Watch I Am Legend. Like, he's a big guard. So I think if I'm getting a slap, I'm 6'1", 210, 208. If I get a slap from Will Smith unexpected, I'm probably gonna stumble a little bit. But Chris Rock like stood firm. So that means he had a base. Like he knew it was coming. So speaking last thing, if you get slapped unprovoked, you know, the hood in you, I don't care where you're at, it might come out.
You gotta do that again.
Right. If someone slaps me, I need to do it twice.
Yeah.
But like, that's true. But like, if somebody slaps you on stage, you kind of just like in shock, like what just happened, and he walks off right away. I feel like, you know, you're not gonna chase after him, right?
See, so my thing was like watching it. Okay, so hypothetically speaking, it's real, right? He walks up, bam, gets smacked or whatever. It's like you gotta be aware of your surroundings, who you are, and what you're there to do. So in his situation, in Chris Rock's situation, you know, like you kind of got to roll with the punches if you're in that situation. You're hosting the Academy Awards, so it's not like it's kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, forgive him for not trying to whoop Will Smith, whoop his ass right there on stage. Now, the reason I think it's staged, going back to Bo's thing, is that if you watch him, if you watch the thing happen, it's like you watch him walk, you watch Will Smith start walking up, and you see like the hand. You see, like Chris Rock goes with hands behind the back, and he kind of leans forward. That gives me the indication that you're kind of, bracing yourself
for it,
right? And then, but then again, another thing, somebody walk up on you unprovoked.
You don't know that, like, they're not mad,
right? No,
so
I'm just saying, like,
he might want to say something.
But like, if anybody walks up on you, no matter what the situation is, pretty much, if like if I walk up on Bo not gonna be like ready to fight or brace himself. But like if we're standing outside of a bar or something, and some random dude starts walking towards us, immediately we're thinking, brace ourselves a little bit, just in case. Now he can say, "What's up, dude?" and be like, "Oh, what's up, bro?" But like if anybody starts walking my direction, I'm bracing at least a little bit.
I mean, that's true. When I first saw it, I thought it was fake.
So watching it again,
but then I kind of want to believe it was real just for the memes because it's funny.
It is. It's hilarious, right?
Okay, so you think it's real, Adam?
Yes.
Okay. My thing, another thing that I was thinking about too is like, it's the Oscars, right? So it's like, you mean to tell me we've only seen one angle of this, and it's like, the Oscars, they got cameras everywhere, like stage, like pointing up, things like that. There's multiple angles where this had to have been, seen or heard. You know what I mean? To where you could get different vantage.
Well, we've seen different angles through pictures, though, right?
I haven't personally.
The original video, like, you haven't seen the over the head shot where all the memes are coming from. That wasn't on the actual, broadcast.
Okay, I think utter pandemonium saying is absolutely real. I mean, it could be. I just think that's just crazy to do. Like, I don't, maybe like Will Smith has got some things. Obviously they got some things going on. Like their marriage is kind of unhinged, but like, I don't know. Like, I just don't like, since we all grew up with Will, like, I don't see that.
So
from him. Plus,
I was talking about. Go ahead.
Plus, yeah, and then like, but hold on, my dad brings a good point. What's up, Dad? My dad brings up a good point, and he thought, he thought it was fake until he started shouting out F-bombs, which is like, one thing, they can like bleep that out or whatever. They're on tape delay. But I mean, I feel like I wouldn't go from laughing to then slap him and then sit and then throw out F-bombs, keep my, effing wife's name out your mouth or whatever. Like after I was.
Another reason why I thought it was real was because the first clip I saw was when they slap him, and then when he slaps him, and then the sound is gone.
Yeah. So you think they muted the sound?
Yeah, I was saying I thought that was from the original, like, show, like that happened live.
So do you think
the sound?
But do you think that they could have muted the sound so then, like, if it was fake, you wouldn't hear a sound either way? So like we would be having this discussion.
I don't think they would have muted the F-bombs. I don't think he would have said F-bombs where they have to mute it if it was real.
I mean, they put Bill Russell flipping off a camera like live. They didn't like.
Yeah, but like they muted. That's why I was saying I thought it was real because I thought that the muted sound was like live. I thought it was tape delay, so they just muted the sound real quick to get it out the way and then go to commercial.
Okay. Another reason why I'm still on the fence. I think if it was real or fake, I also don't care personally. If I'm a fan of chaos, so we're a podcast, so we enjoy chaos, so we can talk about it. But I do think it's interesting that Chris Rock is like currently on tour, and his next show is actually in Boston in 2 days. This Thursday, I think, and his show wasn't sold out. It sold out immediately afterwards, and like his next show is sold out afterwards. So, and like the apology that Will Smith put out on Instagram like 2 hours ago or whatever, like Adam and I were talking before the show, we were saying that it was, it's kind of generic. And it's like, if I'm Will Smith, I'm well established. Everyone knows that my family is kind of chaotic right now. So what's a slap live? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that gonna do at that point? And then I release this generic thing, and we're gonna forget about it.
Has Will faced any repercussions?
Chris Rock said he wasn't pressing charges. Apparently, the police asked.
Well, I mean, from the Academy.
Oh, I don't know.
Here's the thing: is that so first of all, two things, and I'll let y'all get your points across. So one thing about Will Smith, and I was talking to my boss about this a little bit. He said that in Will Smith's book, so growing up, not granted, now obviously he's a grown man now, but growing up, Will Smith has never been like a confrontational person. Apparently, he used to duck confrontation and stuff, and he's never been like, you know what I'm saying, like the hood, you know what I'm saying, like confrontational type. Not granted, like I said, things can change, but that's one thing about that I've never really thought about Will Smith was that, you know what I'm saying, and then now this whole thing has happened. I actually think he's kind of corny. Like I texted you earlier, I think he's, falling into the cornball Hall of Fame with Russell Wilson. I think he's corny as hell.
And Michael B. Jordan.
And I think he does a lot of things for the camera. And I was actually about to talk about that, Miranda, that was one of the repercussions, I think, is that they were supposed to launch an investigation into the whole thing. And obviously he won an Oscar that night. He gave one of those speeches where he was crying and shit on camera, on stage. Oh, God. Like I said, I think he's extremely corny. But like, so he's crying and stuff on stage. But they said that they're going to launch an investigation in which he might have to return that Oscar that he won. Which not going to go over too well because of the type of people that they've allowed to retain their Oscars. And that's been like a topic of conversation along with the whole slap thing, obviously.
Hold on, what did my dad say? My dad said the Academy announced that they are doing a formal investigation, whatever that means. He is in danger of being banned from attending in the future.
So does that change y'all's view then? If he gets banned, it has to be real, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think if they do an investigation and it's like, but I don't understand like why they would fake something like that. Like that's kind of corny. Unless like you're that.
That's my thing. Yeah, it's like why? Like why?
That says no way they made him return the Oscar.
Like Pops, they literally can't. They can't make him return it because of the people that they've allowed to retain their Oscars. They can't make him return it. But like, so Adam, that brings up a good point. If they ban him or whatever, or if they, if they ban him from future events, then obviously it was probably real, or it could be one of those staged things that they just didn't know about. Because like, kind of like, I'll liken it to the Super Bowl halftime performance, right? In the case that something happens, or so like, for example, Eminem kneeling, Will Smith can be like, hey, I'm going to go up on stage and I'm going to slap Chris Rock. And then Academy, people putting on the show probably like, yeah, no, you're not. Like that's not the kind of vibe that we're going for. It's not the kind of thing that we're doing. But just like the Super Bowl halftime, want to do when he. Hello. Okay, what? Microsoft Teams just started opening on my computer all willy nilly, like I'm trying to work at all. But yeah, like what do you do when he walks onto the stage? Like at that point, there's nothing you can kind of do about it. So I think that if he wanted to do it, there's nothing they can do to stop him from doing it.
It's like, what would be the incentive of faking that? I don't understand. Like,
I mean, his shows like sold out. His new like shows.
You don't need to. You're gonna get. You just no way. Chris Rock is saying, "Yeah, you can slap me on TV to sell out a couple shows."
And does Will Smith have any projects coming out soon?
No, but like, why would you want to take that moment away from you winning? That's all people are talking about is him winning an Oscar, not the amazing thing him and the people below him. Obviously he's not below anybody, but all the people that he worked with, all that shine is taken away. It's like, why would you even want to do that?
So okay, so if that happened to your girl who's on national TV, like, what do you do? I already said what I would do. I would like tap my girl, on the thigh, and be like, hey, I'm gonna handle it later. Like, just
definitely handle it backstage.
Yeah. I can't. I was like, obviously can't do this now. Like, kind of have to wear it right now, and then I'll handle it. Like, what would you guys do?
That would probably the same thing. I handle it backstage. Like, hey, don't worry, I got him. We have a little conversation.
Right. What Air's doing? Or is he asking Trev what she would want him to do?
Nah, Butts called me for whatever reason. I mean, I don't like to be. First of all, I don't like to be like a. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to be like a. Oh yeah, like Shannon Sharp today was like, yeah, I'm whooping Will Smith ass, and I'm doing it every time. Every time I see him, it's on site. Like, come on, bro. Just you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
It probably wouldn't be that for me.
Relax.
Yeah.
But like that's a conversation we can have. I think for me, I don't like to be like it wasn't me, right? So can't tell you exactly what I would have done. Ideally, don't think I'm just that's a conversation me and Chris can have for sure.
I'll say if I'm Chris Rock, it goes to commercial like 15 seconds later. You got to see me.
Oh, Chris Rock going up to Will Smith.
If I'm Chris Rock, I'm walking right over there once it goes to commercial. I'm walking right over there.
But okay, so it's like, all right. So at that point, Will Smith obviously pissed. He's being comforted by Denzel Washington and
Tyler Perry.
Can we take a second? Did y'all listen to Will Smith's acceptance speech?
Yes, I did.
Where the hell did Denzel be coming up with these quotes?
Hey man, what did he say? Like when you're at the highest, when you're at your highest,
the devil comes for you or something.
Comes for you, man.
Bro. Does he just know what to say all the time?
That was probably a line in Training Day.
It's probably one of the lines you fucking skipped over to fucking go off script like he always.
But yeah, I mean,
somebody wrote for him, and it was like, yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm gonna use that
one in my bag. I'm gonna say something.
I'm gonna use that a little later. I'm gonna use that for a different off-script moment.
I feel like if Denzel Washington slapped Chris Rock not seeing Denzel, he just gonna let it happen.
I mean,
because I'm letting it happen.
I think Denzel got phoning him with him.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know where Denzel Washington's from, but I think he's not going back, and I'm not sending him back. Tyler Perry, probably see Tyler Perry.
Yeah, I see. The thing about Denzel is that I don't know nobody that's ever been like, oh, Denzel sucks.
Right.
Everybody likes Denzel. Everybody's gonna ride for Denzel. So I'm not gonna be the one Denzel enemy.
His one enemy.
Yeah. If you want a losing team.
Yeah. You and what army, right? Like, yeah, right. I'm good on that.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
I'm not gonna be the one Denzel enemy. I'm good on that.
Maybe do we think like Will Smith has like, is he like, do you think he could be a little bipolar or multiple personalities? Because he literally went from laughing to
I think the laugh was like, you laugh sometimes, you like, haha, yeah, that's real funny. But
no, he looked like it was like a joke. And then he looked over at Jada and was like, oh, it's real. Now.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that. He wasn't like, hysterically laughing. He was like, ha 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 ha.
I don't know.
I think he tried to play it off. He probably didn't think it was as serious as Jada did, but he's probably like, it's kind of fucked up. Like, Then he looked over, it was like, oh, okay.
And it's like, you kind of like on the fence. Anyway, I feel like Will Smith got to be perfect because their marriage is, on the fritz. Open. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. Like
open.
I feel like doucher guys when girls are like, what are we? And be like, hey man, Will and Jada. I'm not using that line, but like,
Good luck with that one.
Why we gotta put labels on it? Will and Jada don't.
Will and Jada, yeah, Will and Jada good.
Yeah. What if it comes out that Chris Rock was one of the guys that Jada was in an entanglement with? That wouldn't happen. But
that's gonna be funny. That's gonna be funny. Because people are gonna wonder why he didn't do August like that.
August Alsina?
Yeah, that was like the first one that came out like that she was in an entanglement with.
He made a whole album for her. Like an entire album.
He didn't get swung on. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm sending him back. He looked kind of sweet to me. But anyway.
Nice skin like Nate.
I'm sending Nate back too. Right back. Okay. All right. So should we do our final four picks?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay. So, I don't think we need to put our
Don't need to do
podcast
that. Yeah,
we did get one of the final four teams right. Do we remember which one it is? I remember. I'm looking at it. But do you guys even remember which one it was that we picked?
Kansas.
It was Kansas.
Obviously.
Got to be Kansas. I know we didn't put North Carolina there. wasn't Duke.
Hell no. Okay, so final four picks. We got Duke versus North Carolina and Villanova, Kansas. Eris, I probably know your answer at this point, but who you got winning it all?
So Devils, baby. Come on, man. Yes, sir. Here comes Duke, man. Bring on them Dukies. Let's go.
Can I ask why you're a Duke fan?
So when I was a kid, that was like one of the teams that I used to enjoy watching. The first college basketball player I remember being a big fan of was Jay Williams. And then I was also
legend.
I was also a fan of Shane Battier. But like those were like the people that I remember being a fan of. And then in school, I thought I was in like the first or second grade. I was in this program called the Duke Tag Program or something, and it was like a sort of school thing that kind of mirrored where you're supposed to be if you plan on going to Duke, whenever, whatever, blah blah blah. So I thought when I was a kid that I was going to Duke. So I was a really, really big Duke fan. Yeah.
Quick question: do black people go to Duke if they're not on a team?
They had that in Oak Cliff. That's what I was thinking.
I was gonna say, like, was the first thing on that checklist was that you have to be good at one of these sports.
Yeah,
over 6'3" or above.
I thought for sure I was going to Duke, and then I just. But yeah, starting off good, man.
Okay, that's respectable, I guess. All right, Adam, who you got in the final four?
I think Kansas is gonna win it all. This is gonna be Kansas versus Duke. I would take Villanova, but they just lost, their second best player,
Justin Moore. Yeah,
tough.
Do we know what the actual injury is? Like, do we know?
Achilles.
It's torn.
Yes.
Did y'all see it?
Yeah, it didn't look.
I did.
Yeah, it didn't look good at all.
Yeah, if he was healthy, then I think Villanova runs away with it. Just
runs away with it.
Yeah, just because of the way they play. If you're not used to playing like that against them, then it's tough. They're really tough to beat. But they don't have him, so.
And Villanova only goes like 6 deep on their bench. Like, they don't play anybody.
Yeah, but they have a really good coach. I'm sure he's prepared for it. But
who do you have? Duke, North Carolina.
I have Duke. I think Duke's gonna win. I think they have the talent, and they just got hit in the mouth by North Carolina, so they'll be looking for revenge.
Okay. So,
but if Duke loses, I win a lot of money. So they just can't win it all. If they don't win it all, I win a lot of money.
Big UNC guy.
I don't care if UNC, Villanova, or Kansas, any one of them.
Damn. Okay, so I think that Kansas, due to Justin Moore's injury, I think is going to win, and I think that they're playing well. So Kansas is solid. I feel like they don't really have that many holes as a team. Like, they're the best team left talent-wise. And I think Duke is more talented than North Carolina, but North Carolina is on a tear, and they're hot right now. So
they're hot.
I think
Duke too, though.
I know Duke is playing out of their mind right now, and Paolo Banchero is.
Who has Paolo Banchero?
That's true. At some point, your NBA league guy has to be a league guy. So,
who has Paolo Banchero?
I mean, I think Duke is gonna win. I think Duke's gonna win it. My heart says Duke's gonna win it. Or sorry, my head, but my heart wants UNC to win it because I want the best possible outcome for this, outside of Duke getting first rounded, sent all the way to the West Coast to get first rounded, is if you lose to UNC in the Final Four. I think that's the biggest kick in the dick on the way out, and it's like you can't do anything about it.
That would be so bad for Coach. Like, it wouldn't be bad for Coach K, but that shit would suck.
the punk rock yet. What does that mean?
The hell is the punk rock?
I don't know what that is.
UConn just took a dub.
Oh, that's women.
Oh,
I think
okay.
gotta be women.
Yeah, they're playing NC State. It was a close game.
Yeah, I think if Duke gets past North Carolina for whatever reason, I think that they're gonna win the whole thing.
They put up 90.
And I hope it doesn't.
I'll take Villanova and Kansas over Duke.
Yeah.
Personally.
I don't know. Anyway, Unsung Heroes of the Week. It's a good lead into my Unsung Hero of the Week. I can start. And mine is the UNC Tar Heels. UNC Tar Heels had to battle adversity, and they are petty because they sandbagged the entire year, I think, on purpose, so that they could potentially meet Duke in the Final Four. And here we are. Already beat them in Coach K's last home game. And that was the best 45 minutes after a game. Like the whole ceremony afterwards, that was great. That was the memes. All of that was great. I've been writing UNC pause since then. There's good pause. I got the pause in there. I've been on the bandwagon since then, and they got an 8 seed. And I was like, as they kept winning games, I was like, this could happen. And now we're here. And I think that they are going to kick Coach K in the ass on the way out. I think they're going to blow him out. Unsung Hero of the Week. And they're America's team at this point. Outside of I think they're America's team. Could be alone on this, but it could be Bo America's team right now.
It is Bo America's team for sure because everybody else is going with Duke, man.
No, sir.
Even the state of North Carolina is going with Duke.
I like chaos and petty, so.
My unsung hero of the week is the person who invented the long sleeve shirt. All right, now listen, this is why. I don't know who it is. Googled it. I couldn't figure it out. The reason why, though, Texas this weekend was 91 degrees. Okay? So it was hot. It was hot. Now, if anybody is anything like me, I don't like to get darker. Okay? The sun was out this weekend.
For those who have never seen Eris on Instagram or anything like that, Eris is very dark.
I am
light skin on the show. Adam is like kind of in the middle, and then Eris is dark.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't like to get darker. So my saving grace this weekend when that sun was out here doing its job was that long sleeve shirt, keeping my arms from getting darker. So shout out to the inventor and founder of the long sleeve shirt. My unsung hero of the week, baby.
I like that a lot. That's a good one. I like that a lot. Adam, unsung hero of the week.
Speaking of shirts, my unsung hero is my boy Johnny's girlfriend Myra, who works for the Rangers and is going to hook up some Rangers gear 50% off.
Let's go.
So
we love it. We love this count.
Are you getting that? Opening day. Are you getting that like jersey hoodie combo thing?
Yes.
Which color are you getting?
I got the blue. If I don't like it, I'm buying the other one.
The baby blue. I think baby blue is tough.
The baby blue is tough. The one is tough. I got a Corey Seager jersey coming soon too. 50% off. Shout out to Myra, the hookup.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Tickets too. We get it all.
Hashtag middle infield.
I don't think that I have, outside of you guys, I haven't met a Rangers fan before to be like, I like the Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, when there are a lot of fair weather fans in Texas. A lot of them are Astros fans now because nobody really cares about baseball down
here. Yeah. Do they even sell out at Arlington?
This new stadium, yeah.
They used to sell it all the time.
Yeah. Like I said, when they're winning, it's hard to get tickets. But now they're all Astros fans, and when the Astros suck and the Rangers get good, you'll meet a lot more Rangers.
Yep,
Carlos Correa is a twin now.
I don't know what's going on with that. He's gonna hate it up there.
The Red Sox got Trevor Story, who might have the best infield in baseball.
Well, no, but
okay. Well, I mean, you guys have the most expensive middle infield in the history of baseball.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm giving Marcus Semien that big ass contract personally, but he's kind of old. But Corey Seager, I love Corey Seager's game, so I appreciate that. Also hate the Dodgers because they just buy whoever they want. They are the Yankees of the West Coast, and
yes.
I now hate them because now they have Freddie Freeman, and their lineup is like 1 through 9 is just amazing. And now they have the universal DH, so now you can't even like
no
get a
shit
breather with the pitcher. Like, but I wonder if more pitchers are gonna want to hit though, or like what if like Clayton Kershaw's like, hey man, I want to swing.
No, sit down.
If Clayton Kershaw wants to, then I bet he gets up there.
I bet you he doesn't.
If he wants to, I bet he does.
I mean, you got 8 other guys that are
right.
hit 80 and above.
Unless the Dodgers DH is ass, which I bet he's not. He's not. Clayton Kershaw isn't better than him. So.
Also saw Albert Pujols going back to the Cardinals. 1 year.
Oh, that was nice.
I think that's nice. I don't know if they're paying him.
Yeah, fuck the Cardinals, but
Yeah, I hate the Cardinals.
Don't like those guys.
Actually, fuck Albert Pujols too. Never mind.
Don't like those guys very much.
You hit a home run in the 10th inning. Little bitch.
Hey man, has anyone ever walked into your school and been like, "Hey man, fuck you, Adam"?
Well, I never walked into their school and cost them from winning a championship after Josh Hamilton hit a 2-run home run in extra innings.
Did you ever face legal repercussions for killing a guy or no?
Nope.
What?
Is that too soon? Is that a Chris Rock joke?
What a segue was that?
Josh Hamilton. I didn't. That's the thing I think of is like the home run derby, and then like he killed the guy.
No, he did not.
I mean, Dante Stallworth. First thing I think of, he killed a guy. So like,
maybe something you got to work on, Bo. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
We'll talk about that off stream.
Okay. Josh Hamilton, if you
work around, brother.
If you ever go back and watch, I'm sorry, but. I don't know. Call it Albert Pujols saying never. Anyway, so U.S. men's soccer team trying to not be ass in 2020, and I think we have a new bad guy on the team. My guy, Christian Pulisic. That's my guy.
That's your guy.
I DM'd him once. He DM'd me back. So we're
basically DM'd back.
Oh, you want a Chelsea jersey?
No, that's where it stops. But
so
he's a LeBron James of U.S. soccer.
He is a LeBron James of U.S. soccer.
Got to protect him at all costs.
All the Chelsea fans, that's all they say. Anytime he does anything good, it just spans my timeline. Is that?
I mean, I think he's kind of like a mean dude now. Like he's like, about that action now a little.
He's a mean dude in CONCACAF, I guess.
So everybody, he hates all those fuckers.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
he hates all them.
Play him enough.
Because they be fouling.
And he had a hat trick, so he's like probably feeling himself like fuck you, like I'm Christian Pulisic, like.
But I mean, you got to give him the credit. Much as I don't like Greg Berhalter, but you got to give him his flowers. They've been playing well. It just happens Canada is lights out for some reason. But
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't either. But
World Cup rolls around, they're gonna be ass. This is not gonna be good anymore. It's just one of those.
All right, so what's our World Cup hopes? What do you think?
Got to get to the round of 16. That's minimum.
Yeah, I mean, got to.
He can't have world class players. He literally did in the Champions League. So.
Yeah, I don't.
As a matter of fact, Angel, he scored on your team.
Who does Angel play?
That's Lil Green. He's a Real Madrid fan, and Christian Pulisic destroyed his team in the Champions League last year. So,
hate that for you. Link is in the comment section if you want to join and ask.
I want to hash that one out. Yeah.
Otherwise, if you want to hash that one out, by all means, go ahead.
You talk about it enough.
Okay, so do you think that we have good momentum that's building that's gonna go past the World Cup, or do you think it depends on how we perform in the World Cup?
Oh no, I think this World Cup, I mean, my expectations aren't too high, but I like where we're at. The whole team is young. Um, don't like the head coach, but it's whatever. He's good enough for right now.
One question I do have is how would you fix and better develop U.S. soccer players like as a youth? Because like you have academies in Europe, like since
it's the same. It's the same thing that everybody says. It's just soccer is a rich man's sport.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in America, like if you're rich, if you want to play soccer, you have to have money to get into the clubs and all that stuff. It's just you have to reach, the lesser folk, the poor people. That's where a lot of the talent is. Unfortunately, they don't do that in America, so I'm gonna keep missing out.
So you think that that's never going to be fixed unless that part of it is?
Yeah, I mean, you're cutting off half your talent pool because they can't afford to spend $10,000 on a club team, and that's the only way you get noticed in the USA for soccer, unless you go to college, which half the schools in the USA don't even have a men's team because of the way the athletic programs are worked out. You have to have the same number of men's and women's teams, so they cut out men's soccer.
Yeah,
like
I mean, it's not a revenue generating sport in general, so it's like
it's not. Like at Houston, we didn't have men's soccer. I don't think SFA did. I don't think UT does.
UIC.
A lot of southern like universities don't really have men's soccer teams.
Exactly.
It's like in Texas, it's like it feels like that's how they balance it out, right? Because most schools have men's and women's basketball teams, but like obviously there's no women's football team, so to balance it out, you balance out your men's football team with your women's soccer team, kind of deal. That's kind of the gist of it. I think until obviously, like Adam said, we're not getting them young, and then older. Like our professional product is so bad. It is so bad. I don't know. Like our players don't get any better. Once like they're not getting better until they go like overseas because our professional product is good. So even our young professionals have to go somewhere else in order to develop. So like you're already cutting off, like Adam said, half of your talent pool by not being able to reach the people who can't afford youth club teams. And then whenever they turn into young professionals, you cut off another half because you have to be good enough to go, play in Europe somewhere.
My thing is with that part doesn't really bother me. I mean, it should be better, but like other countries don't have good professional leagues. Like Brazil's better than the USA. Argentina, these other ones. Belgium isn't that good. Belgium is a little bit different because in Europe you can just drive 2 miles or 2 hours and be in the country. But
is that cap or no?
That's what. That's cap.
He's pretty good though. Angel is really good at soccer. I'll give you that. I don't know if he's that good, but I mean, it's like you said, like in the South in Texas, like we have a big Latin population. They all love soccer.
Right.
How many of them are getting noticed? Not a lot because they just, you just don't have the money.
I just wonder how like the USA academies have the audacity to charge that much when we're not that good. You know what I mean? Like the women's side, I don't know what women's soccer academies are like, but I think it also could be that, women's sports, women are more excited about soccer than,
women's soccer is probably the biggest sport for women.
Think, right? Yeah, like that volleyball, softball. I mean, they don't have like football. I mean, also basketball, things like that. But I mean, like women's soccer is kind of like guys' American football here. I guess I would say like correlate the two, but I don't know. I'm kind of ignorant on the cost difference between like women's academies and men's academies, but I think like I don't know how you get charged so much money for these academies. And like MLB baseball, for example, they have like the RBI program to where they have an RBI team of like a youth team, and it's kind of like a scout team between like middle school age kids into high school, and they're like direct affiliates of the MLB. And the price to play in those is very small because the fact that the MLB teams sponsor those RBI leagues. So there's a lot of inner city kids that play in these leagues, and then that's kind of a gateway for them to get scouted, because like travel baseball too is another money pit. Like the serious money pit for no reason. You have a ball and a bat and some bases. Like soccer, it's a ball and a field. So like I don't logistically understand why the cost is so high, but I wish the MLS could do something like that. I don't know if they do have something.
I mean, they try, but it comes down to just like the local, like, you can't make somebody charge more or less for,
That's what I'm saying.
Like the local Dallas, like club teams and stuff. Like, it's just, and people are paying it. And
that's the thing. That's the thing is that people can't pay it. So like, they're probably not gonna go cheaper because then it comes to them not being able to make money and all that stuff, or not as much money as they want to make, maximize profits, all that stuff. If they start trying to get more talent rather than more money, it's one of those. I think soccer is one of those things in the U.S. I don't know.
Either way, they're not touching the women's team.
Of course not.
Our women are tough. I'm glad they're getting paid now. Like, I don't know logistics on that entirely, but our women are tough. They're carrying us.
carrying this country, man.
I'm just glad I don't have to see Michael Bradley anymore. Like, God.
Oh gosh.
Harris knows my thoughts on Michael Bradley.
Your thoughts are about the same as everybody, other than maybe Michael and Bob Bradley.
Yeah.
Just so sick of seeing them, man. So glad we ain't got to see those dudes anymore.
100%.
Anyway. Anytime Michael Bradley was on the pitch, you like, bro, get him off the damn field.
Bald head ass.
Get his ass off the fucking pitch.
But anyway, yeah, kind of a shorter show. Got things going on. We started a little bit late, but I appreciate Adam and Eris as always. Did not listen live. We are on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. Yeah. Other than that, go UNC. Let's get it.
Hey man, let's go Duke, baby.
Get it, man. All right.